You are listening to GHP Radio, powered by iTrackRadio.com, your independent music source. Fresh, new music, right here on the all-new GHP Radio, your new independent music source.
Yo, what's up? This is Johnny B, and it gives me great pleasure to be doing this track with one of my biggest influences, a young man from Jamaica, Queens, New York. His name is Mr. Tom Brown. Break it down. Tom Brown. Johnny B, slow.
Antoine, let it run, man. I need to get this out.
Silent war within me, love's fighting for position, baby. disarmed and defenseless. I have no more resistance, baby. Oh, baby, I can't tell. Is it agony or ecstasy? Your ways have taken me, baby. Oh, where I'm caressing new possibilities, baby. Oh, baby, got me seeing things I've never seen. Dreaming dreams I've never dreamed, baby. Doing things I never do. Oh, because of you, baby. Oh, baby, I lay down to sleep, stomach tossing and turning, baby. Lord, I can't even eat. I close my eyes. God came to me in a dream, took me to this high place. I saw your smiling face. He said, son, look and see. You're on love's frequency. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. You're on love's frequency. It feels so good to know what's going on. Let's give you all the love you deserve, baby. We're on love. Mind, body, and soul is with you, baby. I wanna grow. We're on love. I really gave my heart this time. It's so good to know, baby, that I am yours and you are mine, yeah. Ooh, baby, frequency. I smile at the very thought of you, baby. I finally made it to paradise, and I never wanna leave, baby. I never wanna leave this place. I love where we are. You're my shining star. You've changed my life. Oh, love's frequency. Don't settle. Oh, stay on and get on. Love's frequency.
I need someone to call my own. No one has to be alone. I need someone to call my own. As someone lonely, and I bet they know how many raindrops hit the window. I sit on my bed, I play solitaire. get all dressed up, but I go nowhere. So many nights I sit and wonder why I'll never be that special guy. I know I'll never be a Superman. I think I need you, but I'll be someone who will understand. I think I need you. 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 44 steps, that's how long it takes to pick up the phone to stop that sound it made. I go to the club and I sit and stare. I go to the store and I hope she's there, hope she's there. So many nights I sit and wonder why I'll never be that special guy. I think I need you. I know I'll never be a Superman. I think I need you, but I'll be someone who will understand. I think I need you. 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 Oh, I think I need you. 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 I think I need
When I met you, I was down. There's a smile upon my face whenever you come around. When I need it, you seem to know. You looked at me and grabbed my face and said, pack your things, let's go.
Don't you like it? In the heat.
Sure do. Take a first class flight, Hawaiian night, sand between our feet.
Trade the better.
Trade it in, girl, for the sweet. Then you hit me with that super love that knocked me off my feet.
Everything you did to me.
Do it again, girl.
Do it again, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Do it again.
Do it again, girl,
Give
yes.
me more love. You're my friend.
You're my friend, babe.
It's that friendship thing.
Do it again. You never break me down. Catching feelings, feeling real. I need some time to rearrange just how you feel. Cause I'm used to being by myself. But everything you add to me is so good for my health, yes.
We like it.
Cause we like it.
In the heat.
In the heat, a first class flight, Sahara night, the sand between our feet. Yes, trade it in, girl, for the sweet. Then you hit me with more super love, and knocked me off my feet. Hey.
Everything you did to me. Do it again.
Do it again,
Do it again, baby.
kiss me, girl. Do it again, baby. Give me more love. About that friendship thing, girl. Yeah, I don't have the time to play a game of hearts. my breath away, makes a bright sunshiny day in a land of make-believe. I never could conceive you're lying here next to me. She's so fabulous. My boo is so marvelous, marvelous. The way we met, it was so miraculous, miraculous. I feel so fabulous. Ooh, oh, oh. What a wonderful feeling. Leaves me rocking and reeling. Loving you's been so dope. A shining star, so full of hope. Just to hold you, been so real. It's the thought of you. You've been my biggest thrill. She's so sensuous. From the first time I saw you, it made me curious. And if you leave, girl, I'd go furious. My boo is so fabulous, fabulous. Yeah. Love is about giving. Every day so fulfilling. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. Just you and I, a wonderful love song. It must be sent from above. The flowness of a dove. You're my boo. I'm so into you. Ooh. A wonderful feeling. A wonderful feeling. Yes it is. Yes it is. You're my boo. You're so fabulous.
Takes my breath away.
Takes my breath away. No one makes me feel the way you do, girl. You're so fabulous.
I never could conceive.
I never could conceive. So miraculous.
Here next to me.
You're lying here next to me. So fabulous.
It's Touche. J. Lamont coming at you with a class. Yeah, y'all gonna feel this.
Every time I think of you, I'm so amazed for all the things that you have done for me. Yeah, I'm so glad that I found you for all my needs. Now let's make this moment we can truly see. Gonna love you all through the night. Through the night. And make everything alright.
Make it alright, baby.
Gonna love you all through the night. Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you, girl? I'm gonna love you, girl. What a drum to have when it's someone like you. Always takes me high up to the sky. Now I'm laying here holding you, feeling so free. This special night is you and me.
It's you and me. Lay your head on my pillow, you in a dreamer's high. Elevated from middleman up into the sky. Mileage when we roam. Vacation in island homes. Queening just like a spade, but slamming just like a game of bones. Love's a lethal weapon, and I'm aiming for your heart, body, mind, and soul, baby. Tell me what's the deepest part. Where should I start, girl? You solid as a rock. Waterfall love, pray the current never stop. Cook good, eat good, curvy as can be. You my better half, baby. God cooked you up for me. Hey, touche the greatest, better yet the legendary. Straight out the pavement, rose from the concrete. Know you beautiful, clean out to your cuticle. Elevated mind nowadays, that's unusual. Hold me down through the worst. I'm giving you the best. You an asset, baby. All love, nothing less. Man, y'all told y'all wasn't ready. It's J. Lamont and Touche, baby.
Who's gonna love you, girl?
Me?
I'm gonna love you, girl. I'm gonna love you all through the night.
Through the night. Day.
And make everything alright.
I hope you lace your boots. Shoebox
Gonna
production.
love you all through
3RE.
the night.
3RE, baby.
Who's gonna love you, girl?
Me?
I'm gonna love you, girl.
That's it.
Who's gonna love you, girl? I'm gonna love you, girl.
We out.
Let's go.
I was lost in myself. I thank God that I found you. Thought that I had it all. I didn't need a thing. Then you came and fulfilled this unfinished heart. Didn't need that someone, just me and my friends. And I just wanna say, you complete me. Every day, loving you say, you complete me. Fancy cars, fancy clothes, and parties on the weekend. Tired of lying to myself and different faces. I just wanna say, you complete me. You complete my soul. Every day. Loving you say, you complete me. You complete my soul, my soul. You complete me. Every day. Loving you say, you complete me. You complete me. Every day.
I was just cool and I was by myself. I wasn't tripping, didn't need no help. I was so used to being all alone, baby. what we used to do, no, babe. We turned it all around and found love. This love right here is true. It ain't like what we used to do, no, baby. We turned it all around and found love, baby. I love it. Oh, I love it this way, baby. Yeah. I love it. Oh, I love it this way. How was just cool when I was by myself.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you all are having a wonderful weekend. This is Labor Day weekend, and we're very excited because we're back. You know, we took a little break last week, and but today we are back with a very, very exciting guest today. I'm so happy he's going to be on the show with us today, and I'm talking about Mr. Wardell Potts Jr. is in the house. Welcome to the show, Wardell. Uh-oh, can't hear. We lose your...
Did you need
Okay,
my mic?
there you go. Now I heard you. I didn't hear something there for a minute.
Much is nice to be here.
Yeah, well, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on, and we're very excited about hearing some great things because we know you've been involved with some wonderful people in the music industry, especially through the era when I used to just love listening to music. I mean, I still love listening to music now, but I mean, that era that all them wonderful records that you have recorded on, and generating from the Solar Records label, which is has a ton of wonderful artists on there, and so we're just so excited to be talking with you today. And I know that just reading up a little bit, I know that you, I guess your beginnings, you're going to tell us a little bit about it, but I know you're dominantly a drummer, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I started out as a drummer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but again, just welcome to the show, man. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Now, your voice, I don't know if you can come up a little bit on your volume, because, or maybe talk a little bit louder once we get there, because I want everybody to hear you very clearly of what you got going on. But tell us a little bit about what you got going now, and then we can kind of just talk a little bit about, kind of go back, because we just free flow it here. We don't have any, we're not scripted or anything like that. So we just want to hear some wonderful things about your journey, man, because the stuff that when I heard you was playing on the Whispers and Shalimar and all those groups, I mean, that's all the stuff that I used to follow very extensively, and it was an inspiration to me as an artist as well. So I'm anxious to hear your story and how you got connected back then.
Well, So um, I started out as a drummer that I saw Michael Jackson, the Jackson Five, on TV one day, and when I saw that, I said, "Oh, I want to do that. I want to be that. I want to do the drum thing that those guys that he's doing." And I don't know, it was something about the drums that just attracted me, and so
Yeah.
um, fortunately for me, a guy just moved on my street that was in a band, and he was the drummer. And so he had his drums set up at the corner house, and so I went up there
Uh-huh.
and and I sat outside and listened to them practice. And as time went on, he came outside and he was like, "Hey, you like this stuff? You like this music?" I go, "Yes." And he
Mhm.
says, "Do you want to learn how to play something? Is there any particular instrument?" I said, "I love the drums." And so he told me to come in and sit on the drums, and so I did.
Mhm.
And it was very comfortable. I was like, wow, all these big things, the
Yeah.
drums captivated me. And so I told my dad later. I said, Dad, I want to be a drummer. I want to do this. And he says, okay, well, you need to work and work for me. I work for my dad at his store.
Mhm.
And so he said, save up some money and then we'll go and get your drum set. So I worked really hard. And in the meantime, I was beating on paint cans in the auto store,
Yeah.
hardware store. That was my drums. And I really put dents in those cans. Let me say. And so I was only 12 years old at the And so,
Wow.
and then I saved up $100, and I was like, okay, I'm ready now. Because I didn't know how much drums cost. So, hey, come on, let's go downtown. So we went downtown and the store, and I saw these drums. And I was like, whoa, man, I got it. Oh yeah, I want this jean set. So it was a pearl drum set, but it had jean material on it, and I said I want that. And then I looked at the price. I said, how much? $700.
Yeah.
And so my father says, okay, yeah, and yeah, once you give that to us and whatever else, if you need something else, symbols or whatever. And so I was like, whoa, okay, I'm paying 100. You're gonna pay 600, 700. I was so excited. So I got the drums and I went home, we put them downstairs in the basement. I started practicing and I kept practicing. Then I started playing with the bass player that lived across the street from me, and we started playing jazz. And I wanted to be the best jazz player in the city of Philadelphia. So I practiced a whole lot. I mean, a lot. And my friends were kind of frustrated because they're like, "Why are you playing that kind of music? Why are you not playing, some Cool in the Gang or Earth, Wind and Fire? What's wrong with you?" And I,
Right.
at the time, that's simple. I want to play this progressive stuff. And so I kept on, and my friend and I, we would go and do little here and there. And but I said, you know what? Something just hit me and said, why don't you just try the R&B and see what it's like? So I told some of the guys, I said, well, if you need a drummer, I'll come and play. And so they said, hey, what Potts, we need a drummer. Can you come? And I was like, okay, cool. So I went and I played, and the bass player that I was playing with, he was really upset that I was doing that because he's like, you're selling out your soul, man. You can't give up. And I was like, but I just
Oh my
wanted
goodness.
to. So, and at this time I was around 16, and because we had been playing jazz for from the time I was 13 and 12 and 13, and so for 3 or 4 years we just been playing. So I said I'm gonna try the R&B thing. So I did, and an experience. And so I ended up meeting a drummer who lived behind my dad's gas station, and I heard these drums, and so I said, let me see who this is. So I ran around the corner and I knocked on the door while he was practicing. So I had to like wait until he stopped playing and then bang on the door. And so he opened the door and he said, yeah, what's up? And I said, hey, my name is Wardell. My dad owns a gas station. And he's going, oh yeah, hey, how you doing? And I said, good. I said, I'm a drummer too, and I wanted to just meet you and stuff. He said, oh, come on in, come on. So he took me downstairs in the basement, and man, his drums had lights on it. It was an amazing set. I didn't know he was a professional drummer. And so he was the drummer for the Silvers. He was the drummer for, what's that other? Well, anyway, there's quite a few groups, and I was like, man, dude. I said, listen, if you teach me some of that R&B stuff, I'll teach you some jazz. And so he's like, great, let's do that. So I would get my drums and drums over his house, or he would come to my house and he'd bring his drums, and we set them up in front of each other, and we just wood shed. So we did this for quite a while. So I said, Tony, if you ever know anybody that needs a drummer, let me know, and I'll go do it. And he says, okay. So like, I didn't know he really like remembered, like he would think about this, but he had it in his brain. And he called me like a couple years later, and he's like, and I was in college at this point, and he was like, Wardell, and I came home for spring break, and so he got me, because we didn't have cell phones back then.
Right.
So my mom came outside, Tony's on the phone, and I ran out. Yeah, what's up, Tony? And he says, hey, Wardell, were you serious about going and playing, playing drums if somebody needed a drummer? I said, yeah. And he says, well, Leon Silvers just called me and asked me if I would be in Dynasty, a group he's putting together. He got kicked out of the Silvers, and I said, well, I just can't, man. I need to be home with my family. I've been on the road traveling constantly. So he says, if you want to go out and audition, you can. And I was like, yeah, I'll go. And he says, okay. So he said, here's his number. Give him a call and talk to him. So I called him, and he was like, oh yeah, sure, come on out. So I got my stuff together. I got on the bus and drove out to California. Went on the in the bus, and went out there. It took about 3 days to get there on the bus. And finally I get there, and Leon comes down, just big old afro.
Yeah.
This is the 1979, and so I'm just like there. I'm just like, hey, I'm Wardell, and he's like, hey, Wardell, come on, man. And so we went back to his house, and he had an apartment, and him and his girlfriend Nigel, who was the lead singer, and for Dynasty, and so. We hung out. I listened to all the stuff that they were doing and stuff. But I hadn't auditioned yet. It's been like about 2 or 3 weeks, and then he had me go to stay with Kevin, who was the other lead singer for Dynasty, and so I'm staying there. And this place, my own room, my own bathroom, and everything. I was so excited.
Wow.
And so now it's been about a month, and I still have auditions. So I said to Mom, Mom, I don't know I'm not used to not having money. I work for my dad all the years. I'm not used to, not having money. And so she goes, well, tell Leon, ask him what's he gonna do? Is he gonna audition you or not? So I called him up and said, okay, Leon, hey, are we gonna audition? Because I haven't. He says, oh yeah, come and get you. I'll come get you tomorrow. Go up to my mom's house. So I get to the Silvers house up there, this beautiful mansion, and so everything to me is new. I mean, all these trees, these palm trees, and it's beautiful. I'm in Beverly Hills, and everything is so just extravagant. I'm from Philly. I'm in the Bay. Everything is right. Yeah. And so I meet Mom, and I go, and she says, hi, baby, and then so anyway, and then I meet a couple of the brothers. They were there, and one of the sisters was there, and so I said, okay, so we went downstairs, not downstairs, we went to the garage, and so that's where the drums were, and so we went in there, and Leon put his bass on it, and so he just started asking me, well, play this with me, and then he said, okay, do this, can you do this and do that? And so I did everything he asked me to do. And then he was like, okay, cool, we good. And so then we left. And so, but he never said that if I made the audition or not, right? And now a couple of weeks have gone by again, and then Mom said, call Leon and ask him, tell him you're gonna go home, and then when he's ready, you'll come back. I said, okay. So I called him, I said, hey, Lee, I just wanna you never told me if I made the audition or not, but if you know, I just kind of need to know that." He says, "Oh yeah, of course you made the audition." I said, "Oh, great." Then I'll come back and rehearse and stuff. And he says, "No, no, no, we can go on the studio. I'm good. I have to cut some stuff on Shalimar and the Whispers." And I was like, and then Dynasty. And I go, "Oh, okay." And so we went in the studio. I got the phone call and went in the studio. And the first thing we did was Second Time Around for Shalimar. And I didn't even like that song. But I just played my part. And while we were there, Steve Shockley from Lakeside, he was the guitar player, and he started doing this exercise on his guitar while we took a break, you know. And then when Leon came on, Leon said, "What's that?" And he said, "Oh, it's just an exercise." And Leon said, "Keep playing that, just keep playing that." And he started playing the bass line to it. And so I started playing the drums to it. And then next thing we knew, that song is "And the Beat Goes On" for the Whispers.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So
That,
recorded
that
we
is amazing.
recorded second time around after that. Like, so what happened is that we took about 5 or 6 different takes, and then Leon picked the best one, the best drum beat. And so what he does is he builds from the bottom up. And so he put the foundation together, put the drums, then he fixed the bass. I punched them in to fix the bass. Then we fixed the guitar and the keyboards and everything. And then we did the vocals and everything. So everything, and I was kind of with him all the time. So I followed the whole process. And so then about a week later, we went to the studio and we recorded "And the Beat Goes On," the one that we created while we were doing Second Time Around. And so on and on, and every time I turned around, we were recording. And so the Whispers never heard the song. It was actually not for them. And so, but with the problem that I had with the Whispers, and I feel so bad because when Nick Carwell wanted this, with the beard, one that passed
Yeah. Right.
he said this in an interview that they were like, well, yeah, when we first met with Leon, he was just a great, and he said, "I never met anybody that could play drums like that," and he was just doing drums and it was crazy. And they said, "Well, what song was it?" And they said, "And the Beat Goes On." No, 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 no. It wasn't "And the Beat Goes On." It was called "Homemade Loving." That's the first song that Leon did with them. It was called "Homemade Loving." And so, but they said "It Goes On." Nick said that just because it just seemed it hyped up the interview. And so I had a meeting with Nick about that. So I called Nick and said, "I need to sit down with you." And so he said, "Come on, let's have lunch." So I went out to where he lived, and we met at a restaurant. And I said, "Nick, you told the people that it was "And the Beat Goes On," but it wasn't. That was "Homemade Loving." He goes, "Oh, Wardell, I'm so sorry, man. I made a mistake." Because the reason why it bothers me is because that was my legacy. That was the first Whisper song I ever did. And everybody, I'm the drummer on this song. And everybody knew that anyway. Most of the people knew that. But when they said that in the interview, it was it was wrong. It was so wrong. But it's hard to go against the lead singer. I mean, it's like the lead singer is saying this, and the background singer is saying this, and everybody. And I'm like, no. And so it's like freaking out. And so then Leon heard it, and I said, and Leon's like, "Man, sometimes that kind of stuff just happens. They just mess up." And then Dana Myers heard it, and he was like, "Oh boy, that was bad information." The whole reason why they ended up getting the song is because it was already done. And Dick Grippy heard the song, and Leon had just signed a deal with Solar Records as the producer for Solar Records. And Dick said, "I really want that song. Can I have that song for Whispers?" And it was done.
Wow.
It was to go out on Myers Field Park Wood. And so then Leon caved in and said, "Okay." And so all Scotty and them did was come in and do his vocal. They kept the same backgrounds with Dana Myers and Philpott and Woods, Myers, Philpott and Woods. They kept their backgrounds on there, and so be it. That was the and so what's happening is that now Walter, one of the twins, is telling the same story that Nick told. And at this interview, and it was on TV, and they were sitting there watching this live video. And when Walter said the same thing that Nick said, now Nick, God bless him, rest in peace, he's gone. And Walter's telling the same story. They were all like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's telling the same wrong story." And I just passed out. This really, now, 2 times that they said the same story. And so I wanted to make sure I told this story on this interview so the people know the truth. Everybody that was there, all the musicians that was there when we recorded it, know that I am the drummer, and there was no Leon and nobody that played drums with me. So,
wow.
Anyway,
do you feel better, Wardell? Do you feel better?
I have a question. So you were the drummer on Homemade, Loving, and As the Beat Goes On, right?
Yeah. No, not Homemade Loving. Leon did that.
Okay.
That's the song.
You're talking about the song.
Numbers.
Just Keep On Loving Me, right?
What's that? Just
Keep On Loving Me. That's the one you're talking about?
No. So Keep On Loving Me, I wrote that song. But And the Beat Goes On was the song that I played drums on, but the whispers in that Leon played drums on it, but Leon didn't play drums on. Leon played drums on Homemade Loving is the name of the song. And Homemade, he did one drum at a time, the bass drum first, and then he did the snare, and then he did the cymbals. And so that's what they saw. And it was incredible because he would be sweating up a storm, like going, and so he needed a drummer really badly. And so when I called, he was like, come on out. And that's how that got started. So, wow. So I had to tell the story. I need everyone to know the truth about what happened. It's crazy. But anyway, so we ended up doing a whole bunch of stuff after that. We did, Keep On Loving Me. Like, that's a song I wrote for the Whispers. After I became a drummer, I said to Leon, I want to write, because William Shelby, I went and bought me a brand new 10-speed, and, because I used to ride my bike. I worked out all the time. And so I rode my bike to the store. And so when I got, some money from playing on all these sessions, I was like, I'm gonna go buy me a brand new bike, besides all the other stuff I had to do. So I bought me a brand new bike, and I was feeling really good, bought all kind of equipment to ride. I was excited. And then William Shelby pulls up in a brand new Mercedes, and I go, what? How did you do that? What? He goes, what? I bought a bike and you in a brand new Mercedes. Something's wrong. And he goes, oh, the songs that you played on, I wrote them. I go, oh, that's where the money is. So he wrote And the Beat Goes On, and he wrote Second Time Around, and quite a few others. And so I told Leon, I want to write. He says, well, get a keyboard and start writing. And I said, okay. So I went and bought me a little Casio keyboard, and I started writing, and I started getting my songs placed. Leon helped me to get helped me to finish the songs, and what a blessing that was. So I could never take that away from him, because he really blessed me, with his ability to deliver the goods. So, but anyway, and my stuff for Gladys Knight and the Brothers Johnsons and just Rocky Robbins, and just everybody, Glenn Jones. We started recording it was like, whoa, everybody's like coming, because we have this thing now. There's this thing about solar, and people want a piece of it. Wherever it's hot, everybody wants to get a piece of it. And so they started, and so not only was I just a writer and a drummer, then I became a producer, because we had to all produce, because we had so many people coming at us, and we still had to finish stuff. So I started producing Dana Myers and Ricky Smith, and all of us started producing outside of Solar, and it was a great drive that we had there. So
That's
See,
awesome.
I got to chime in.
that's just the beginning.
So the thing about it is, he's talking about, because I grew up in Los Angeles. I grew up in Compton, California, born and raised. Okay, Solar Records, SOLAR, the sound of Los Angeles. Right?
Right.
Think of, I mean, how the impact it had on me was just incredible because everybody knew the Whispers because they came from George Downs, you know,
Right.
which was like on 103rd Street in Watts, you know, and so they were like kind of, they had like a, you know, a vibe for what was going on in Southern California. You know, they were doing recording early on, and then you know, they had hits after hits after hits, and then here comes Shalimar, here comes Lakeside, here comes my goodness, all these other groups and stuff like that. And you know, the Silvers were already out before they joined Solar, you know, and they had their record label and everything. They were on another record label. I think it was on Capitol Records at the time, with Misdemeanor and
Yes.
and all those other cuts. And yeah, Leon Silver was, I mean, still is, the most amazing producer at that time period. And he
Yeah.
built a machine at Solar Records, you know.
Yes.
And you and I share something I was going to mention to you. You went to LA State College, is that right?
Yes.
I did too.
Oh wow.
I was there from 1979 to 1982. And so
Oh,
it was,
I was there in
yeah.
79. I was there in 79, right with you.
Were you? Okay, yeah. Wow, because I was in the broadcast department back then.
I had to stop, not because I wanted to, but because I came to the studio one time and Leon had another drummer in there recording.
Oh my God.
And he says, well, I knew you were in school and I didn't want to, you know, hold up the set. I had to get the session done. I was like, oh no. I quit college right after that. I was like, okay, I'm done with He made me quit. And you know, it was like, this is a career right now, buddy. So Ed Green was the drummer that played in my spot. And I was like, oh no, you can't have my spot, buddy. So that's why I quit. I think I quit in 80. And so I was only there for a
year. Yeah. But it was,
Yes.
you know, and people just, LA City College was like, I mean, it was an amazing institution to me. Because that's where,
was.
you know, it was in the heart of, when I talk about the heart of Hollywood,
Yes.
it's right there on the corner of, between Melrose and Sunset and Vermont Boulevard. You know?
Yes.
And so every major TV station was surrounded by this, you know, the school was surrounded by TV stations.
Yes.
And Soul Train was shot at KTTV, which was right up the street from the school. And so it was so much constant, you know, activity going on around us. We felt like we were just like in the hotbed. And everybody
Yes.
that was, yeah, you know, so you had recording, you had a recording studio, you had a radio station, you had film and television. The whole gamut was taught there during that time period because they had just completed the communications complex. And in that brick building, everything was going on. Everything, you know. And LACC was in a hotbed of all kinds of. We put on dances and stuff at the student center. Our radio station had its own club. It was like, it was crazy. It was really crazy back then. But the music that came out of Solar was kind of like the soundtrack during that time period. It was a soundtrack.
Yes, sir.
But I thought I'd just throw that out there because you just took me back home for a minute.
I just want to tell you, I used to ride my bike from all the way up Vermont, from down almost in the hood, all the way up to LACC, and I went to school, and then I would leave school and then ride from there to Beverly Hills to the studio.
Wow.
When we finished there at 12 or 1 o'clock at night, I would ride my bike back down to South Central. So it was a
What? At 1 o'clock in the morning?
yes. Sometimes Kevin was there. He's like, "Hey, Wardell, you want to put your bike in the van and I'll take you home?" And I go, "Oh, okay." But because the weather was really weird in California, because it's hot in the daytime, freezing at night. Like, whoa, it was So sometimes I would want to ride home because I really enjoy riding. But most of the time it was just a little too cold. And I go, okay, yeah, I'm gonna ride with you. So, but that's great memory. Thank you for bringing up LACC. I love LACC.
Oh man, I know. It's hard to find. It's hard to find us. Believe me.
Right. It was beautiful. All right.
Do you still live in LA?
No, I don't live. My kids are there, and so I go there. I just was there about a week or so ago, and so I go there because I do like the silver spoon for all the writers. I run the anniversary thing. So we were doing it every 3 years, and then we moved it down every 2 years. Now it's every year because people are getting old and dying, and it's a sad reality that we are living in, but it is what it is. And so now we do it once a year, reunion with and sometimes the solar artists would come and hang out, like Jeffrey Daniels, he just pops in there sometimes, and we just have a really great time.
Yeah, I know about Shalimar, of course, Jody and Howard, what they're doing, but who was the third person in Shalimar? Can't remember the name. The three.
You can't hear me?
No, what did you say? Jeffrey?
Yeah, Jeffrey Daniels.
Is he? Okay, yeah. Is he still in the business?
He's the one that taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk.
Really?
Wow. And Jeffrey Jackson changed it from backslide to moonwalk.
Wow.
He changed the name. And so, he taught him that whole thing.
And Brothers Johnson, what did you write for Brothers Johnson? Because that wasn't mine.
So let me think. I can't. Let's go. So many songs.
Yeah.
When I think of it, I'll tell you. But it's a funky song that I wrote with Freeze. Freeze, Ricky Freeze Smith, the bass player for the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Ricky and I did that together. You Keep Me Coming Back, and that's the name of the song. You Keep Me Coming Back, and what's his name? The bass player on the Brothers Johnson. Whoa, he opened that song off with that bass. Oh,
by Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah, Lewis is a master.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! I mean, I was like, dude, the song is over right here. This is it. Right here. So,
this is interesting. I want to ask, because you're a songwriter and producer, what is the hardest part to write in a song? Is the intro, the ending, the verse, the chorus, the hook, or the bridge? What's the hardest part to write?
Well, everybody has their own answer to that. Mm-hmm. But my answer is writing the chorus, because the chorus is the hook of the song. That's what everybody needs to like. Mm-hmm. They need to like what you're talking about, and what you're talking about is what the chorus is about. And so for me, I want to make sure I have a great foundation. I want to make sure that the chorus is good, and then we could go ahead on and write the verse. Now I know that I'm saying, love for love. I love you, despite it, whatever the case is. And so now I'm writing. If I'm writing about love for love, my love for your love, now I can tell a story about that, and then I'll do this to write the story after that for the verses. And then after I get the verse and I got the chorus, then I'll put a bridge. The bridge is to basically say, this is the bottom line. If you didn't understand what I was saying, this is the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
I just have, I just, and then you write that bridge however you want the words, you want to fit those words in there. And then after you do the bridge, then the intro, I can take it from the chorus, a little bit of the stuff from the chorus, or a little bit from the verse, and make the intro.
Yeah.
So the intro,
to me would be the intro.
what's that?
The intro, because you need that first beat to grab the attention. So
Right.
they'll
So,
be listening. That's what it is to me, the intro.
what happens is that people take the chorus and break it down and make that the intro because that's the most aggressive part and that's the hook and that's what catches you. So that's why we like in my song "Keep on Loving Me." It starts off with "Ooh, doo," but it's really the chorus, but I just extended it.
Right. Yeah. And I have seen that where the bridge. I think it's the bridge, and I said, well, that's the core. That's the intro, and it works. And so
Right.
I understand perfectly what you mean because a lot of times I've heard music. The intro is slamming, and then the verse comes and it goes. I'm like, that intro didn't sound like the rest of it. Came off R&B and funky, then it went country, if you will. I mean,
Right.
they're both good, but it's just that it grabbed me, and then when the verse came, to me, it almost like changed genres, and you know what I'm talking about, Sharky. She's nodding her head.
Yep. No, thank you.
That's-
Where music by Shalimar or Brothers Johnson, we never lost a beat. Earth, Wind, and Fire, whatever grabbed you at the beginning kept you going to the end. It was
yes.
a fantastic writing, so, and you were involved in all that, so you know what I'm talking about. You're one of the fantastic writers.
Oh,
Yeah, so one of the people, I hear people or read ads that said, let us teach you how to write a song. And what do you think about that? Can you teach somebody how to write a song?
you can. Everyone is teachable if they want to learn. And so you can show them your way, what you think is good, and then they can take that as a launching board and create their own from that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to, control people with, this is the only way. You want to say, this is how I do it. Now you can do it your way, but this is how I do it. And you'll break it down and like I explained it to you. I work on my chorus first, then I do my verse. But some people will do like you and say, I got to get this intro. They may think that way. So you got to always leave that room for people to grow and to know what's best for them.
And what do you think? Go ahead, Shar.
Well, I was gonna kind of ask a question, kind of what you guys were saying. So, if you're writing first, do you do the music first, or you write the words first? Because I know some people do it kind of different. So, what's your way, or do you find like the best way to do that?
I mean, I don't have a best way. I just go by the way. So somebody might come to me and say, hey, I got these lyrics, I need some music to it, and I'll write the music to it. Or if I have the lyric, I may say, so for instance, when I get mad at my wife sometimes and I sit at the piano and I'm just playing and I'll just start thinking of stuff and I'll think and I'll play around what I'm thinking. And it's usually sad, chord progression because I'm sad that we've been, that we fought, like we're arguing and we can't get this thing together. So, that's it can go either way. I don't allow for there to be a way.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever way comes and the way that it happens, it happens. That's the way. That's magic, right? You got to leave room for magic to happen.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wardell, tell us about the rhythm section because you guys were so in the pocket on everything you guys did, man.
Uh,
Tell us about that rhythm section.
yeah, so the rhythm section was really Dynasty and Steve Shockley from Lakeside. Steve Shockley is a guitar player. And so that
I remember Steve with the Stockley from Lakeside. I remember, oh boy, some truth on that guitar. Yeah. And at
he's
that time, you know, it was between him and the guitars for Earth, Wind and Fire.
Al McKay.
Al McKay, yeah, those guys.
Right.
And I mean, they were flying it back then. They were flying.
Right.
So I just so it was Steve Shockley. You said the
So it was me on drums, Leon Silver's on bass, Ricky Smith on synthesized keyboard, Kevin Spencer on the acoustic piano, William Shelby on man, the I forgot what it's called, but it's another keyboard, and Steve Shock guitar. And so we were the foundation of the sound of Los Angeles Records. We were the sound. And so we were the ones that were constantly in the studio every day. Every day. I'm saying Monday through Sunday, we were in the studio recording. And Mom used to get upset, like, wait, y'all gotta go to church. Ever said, Mom, we gotta go to the studio. She's like, y'all need to go to church. So anyway, so sometimes we did go to church. We gotta go to church. But so that was the foundation, and Wickers from 79 to 80 is when it started splitting up, and we started producing for other companies and different writers and producers, and so we started putting our own little things together, and so the sound started changing. That's when the sound started changing.
Awesome.
I had enough songwriter. I'm trying to remember this. So, something about this was Go Hard, My Heart. And the other one is Just Get Better with Time. And I think his first name was Gary.
Say it again.
His first name was Gary, I believe.
Gary?
Yeah, he was a songwriter for so long. So two companies. One of them was Your Heart, My Heart, and I think the other one was Just Get Better with Time. But they were number one hits. I think they were like at least in the top 5 as far as like
okay. Yeah, I'm not sure because so you had different writers that may have written songs for Solar, but not through Silver Spoon Productions. Silver Spoon, the direction through Leon Silvers.
Okay.
That was Leon's company. That's the company that we all were signed to. And then you had a direct path just going straight to Solar. And so some of the guys that did the Whispers wrote for the Whispers, like the other side of the album. Like we would have one side and they have the other side. And they would write stuff for it as well. Like most of the ballads, the other guys wrote. And we did most of the up-tempo stuff.
Up-tempo. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, for the Whispers.
Very interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Works. That definitely works. Because that, I mean, the continuation of how all that music was like so prevalent. I kind of got to the understanding that a lot of it. I mean, LA was just like on fire during that time. It was all kinds of great stuff. It just didn't sit in the realm of R&B. It was a lot of bands, like, you know, I guess at the advent of groups that were like some of those clubs in LA, like the Whiskey A Go Go and some of the other spots where a lot of the other bands were performing. But Los Angeles was on fire during that time, really on fire, you know. And I got to say, you are history, my friend. You are pure history. I mean, it's just, I don't know if you hear that enough, but your shrine on the wall behind you says it all. That's what I see, all them gold records and platinum records. And I just, you know, that says it all right there of what you have accomplished in your work as being a drummer. So, you know, from one California to you, thank you. Thank you for what you've done for the sound of Los Angeles.
The sound of Los. Yes. I love that. Thank you.
And what an honor to speak to you, the sound of Los Angeles, if you know what I mean. Because I'm a Southern girl from South Louisiana. I didn't have that culture. I had to watch Soul Train on TV. That was the best I had. That was it. But I did live close to New Orleans. And speaking of New Orleans, your training was in jazz. Who were your favorite jazz artists? From traditional, or as we call straight ahead, jazz to contemporary?
So, I'm a drummer, right? So I was listening to jazz drummers like Billy Black.
Well, who was your favorite jazz drummer then? Yeah.
My favorite jazz drummer is Lenny White.
Okay.
So Lenny White was between Lenny White and Tony Williams, because they were just amazing. And Tony Williams, when he played with Mahavishnu Orchestra, that was just an amazing drummer. I mean, the way he played with them, it was like, whoa, that was just so deep. But you have to be in a different mindset to listen to Mahavishnu Orchestra, because they played, so it was progressive jazz.
Right.
It was.
And how did I just knew you were going to say Tony Williams. Something. I just knew you were going to say Tony Williams.
And so, and out of love for my brother, who was much older than me, Billy Joe Jones.
Joe? Yeah. Out of Philadelphia.
That's right. Because Philly, he was the man on brushes. Nobody could play brushes like he could with the brushes. He was sacred. Oh Lord. And so, but this is crazy what I'm about to say. No, it's so crazy, but I gotta tell you, I think my favorite all-time drummer is Buddy Rich. So
look, that don't
I have
nothing wrong with Buddy Rich now.
I know, but I have a lot of my friends that get mad at me because that's a white guy. So what's that got to do with that? Because Buddy Rich played the drums like nobody else's business. I mean, he didn't. He was so cool. And I mean, he was arrogant though. I didn't like that part, but he was so. You know, you're so good that you gotta have a bit of that with you. And so I mean, they have it. If you go online right now, and he have different drummers that would challenge him, and he was always the teacher. They would challenge him, and he was like, and he started playing. And it's like, oh my God. It was like the teacher versus the students. So he was but as far as like a drummer that, you know, say, who's the best drummer? Because Buddy Rich wasn't the best drummer that could play with a band. That was Lenny White. He the band. He fills in all the spots. He's the one that can. So that's as far as drummers are concerned. That's where I am.
And you know, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, because that's the man. Everybody's heard of him. You may not be in jazz, but you've heard his name.
Yes.
And you know, the thing about jazz, and you said that he was kind of arrogant with it, and it's unfortunate that it's that way. People get arrogant, or you know,
Yes.
I walked into it. I'm just going to say a place here in Dallas that's known for the straight ahead jazz. Because you know, when jazz was invented, it was in the brothel area. So, and they didn't consider it as legit music. Now
That's
it's
a nice way of putting it.
yeah, well, you know, I realize that this is permanent record, so I'm trying not to say too much. But we walked into this place that's known for the jazz here in this area, and we walked in, and the lady said, "Your name?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, maybe we're meeting a couple here." And they said, "Hey, when this couple comes, tell them to sit here because we're meeting somebody." But I don't have your name on the list. And my husband said, waving the credit card, "Can we buy tickets?" Oh. And I was stunned. I was like, did I get snubbed because you don't know anything about jazz?
Wow.
And arrogance of music, or it's just amazing. And it's just like, you know, I tell my band, I said, do you know that audience could care less if you have a music degree? I mean, I have two guys arguing over which is the right chord. No, it's an augmented 5 with a sharp 9 and this, and that. And I had to do a James Brown. I said, hey, like James Brown said, does it sound good? But even when I was in college with my professors and dealing with the arrogance, whether it's you're in classical music, oh, if it's not classical, it's not real music. That's what I was told. So my upbringing in South Louisiana, my grandfather was one of the originators of Zydeco and the blues and my Motown. You're saying that's not real music. And if I can't, you know, I was classically trained, but I just find that a lot. It's amazing you said that because I do, even as a musician, I get aggravated by it. I got a lot. The arrogance of it, or you know, like, what you don't. When I came back in music, some of the popular locals, you don't know so and so. I said no. Well, you don't know so and so. And I think this kind of got to her because I said, well, do they know me? In other words, I don't know everything and I don't know everybody. But what I do know, I know. Because when I'm on the stage, I'm doing what I know, and that's what the audience wants to hear. And that's why sometimes after a show, people don't want to approach you as a musician because they're afraid that you're going to be so arrogant. But right. You know, I love people. I love reaching out. I love talking to them after the show. And it's easier for me. You know, Michael Jackson can't do it. Beyonce can't do it. But musicians like us, we can do that. And it's fun to do. But it's a shame that it's that way. I have seen it as well, to see that from people who are the classical side. If you don't know who Beethoven is, if you don't know who Chopin is, something's wrong with you. No, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not dumb because you don't know who he is, or Penderecki, all those names, and you don't know. You're not dumb. That's just not where you are. So, but anyway, I'm sorry. Here we go. This is about you, Wardell.
I want to tell you that because you were born from New Orleans or out that way, Louisiana, one of the lead singers in Dynasty, that's where she is now. That's where she's from. She's from Louis. Her name is Linda Carrier.
Yeah.
She's Creole.
Yeah, I heard the name. My maiden name is Fontenot, so don't let the Spencer fool you.
So, you know, as a matter of fact, she's like 6 or 7 hours away from me. So,
where are you though?
I'm in Texas, South Texas. So I'm not there. I'm in the same state you're in. I'm right below you.
Okay, well then you probably living around my cousins. I have a lot of cousins. Well, like we say, you see, I'm country. I have buku cousins in Port Arthur, Beaumont, Houston. You have to be from the South to know what that means.
I get it, yeah. I lived in Atlanta for 40 years, Joyce. I know what boo-boo is.
I was wondering. I was about to pull your Southern card, but
And I'm from Alabama, so there you go.
Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, you know what boo-boo is.
Colloquialism. We have that. We talk a certain way here, talk a certain way there, and but when you're angry, where you were raised comes out.
Oh boy.
Mom, you know what boudin is?
Oh yeah.
I know.
I've been to Louisiana. I know exactly what it is.
Wardell, you need to come to one of my family reunions when it's in Beaumont or even Louisiana. We cook.
No, you don't have to even convince me. Just let me know.
I was showing up. Cousin, right? Cousin Joyce, right?
Beaumont, Houston, anywhere over there.
Yeah, I mean, food. We have so much food from Friday to Saturday. And I admit, at one time we used to complain about my mother's generation. Why you always want to cook? Just have that stuff catered. Got to do all that work. But as we get older, we're going, we get having fried catfish and what it's called coubillon or sauce piquant in a big black pot outside mixed up. Y'all, we're so country. I'm sorry, but it is the best food. We have crawfish boils with shrimp and potatoes and that Friday thing, and then and now we're doing it every year, every other year. So Wardell, I'm just gonna have to invite you over to a family reunion. You and your lovely wife.
And Wardell, I want to point this.
Yes.
I want to point this out, Wardell.
Yes, sir.
Where are your people? Where are your people from?
So I grew up in Philadelphia. My dad is from Georgia, and my mother's from South Carolina.
I could only I have to because ain't too many cats in Philadelphia named Wardell. I know that for a fact.
I'm exactly right. I'm named after my father. And I have a fourth because my son was named after me, which made him the third. Okay. Son is named after him, which is the fourth. So it's four.
Okay, 4 generations of Wardell. That works.
Yeah, we got to keep Wardells going because there's not that many of us.
Yeah, right. I mean, and when you're a Southern person, Wardell gets stretched. Wardell.
So that my nickname is Whitey.
Whitey?
Yes. Like how do you get out of Wardell? I don't even understand. My mom wanted to call me something other than Wardell because of her husband. Because when she calls Wardell, we both are like, why? So she calls me Waddy. And is when she
Waddy.
When you scream that Whitey, it starts to sound like Whitey. So all my kid friends think that my name is Whitey. So when I go, hey Whitey, I go, hey, please don't do that on the radio. Don't call me on the radio. You can come in person, but not on the radio.
I understand, Wardell. I understand.
This is fun. Thank you guys. I enjoy it.
Of course.
Now, I'm kind of interested in knowing, now, who was, back in the time when you were with Solar Records and everything, who actually ran that operation?
Which one? The company or the production?
Yeah, that company. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, the record company or the production company?
Oh, yeah, the record company itself, yeah.
Dick Grippy ran Solar.
Okay.
That was his baby.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't quite sure on it.
Yeah, and he had different people that he would hire. Like for president, he had like Virgil Roberts, who is still an attorney. So Virgil Roberts was the president, and And so then you have people like doing A&R. Dina Andrews was the A&R person, and so his daughter is was running the business right up under the president. She's really, really good. And I'm not talking about Carolyn, I'm talking about his real daughter. Was just an amazing lady. And then that was about it. There was a couple other people that did stuff too, and I don't want to disrespect them. I just can't remember their names.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, you can't remember?
I can't remember their names. We were every.
I can't talk about you. I promise you.
I can't remember your name. I'm so sorry, but we were so busy recording. This was the beauty of what we did. Our jobs was just to deliver the goods.
Yeah.
Record company's job was to promote it, and get it to the right places, to the right companies, and get it out there. And so, but nowadays artists have to do everything.
Yeah.
They have to be the writer, the producer, the artist, the promoter, the distributor. They have to do everything, and it's just not. It's too many hats to wear.
It is.
And so they're just putting stuff out just to say I put it out, because it's just the record companies sold themselves out, and so once they sold themselves out, they really kind of screwed up basically by get less more for less. So they would give you less money to produce an album. And these young producers that were coming up was taking that money, so they, I can do that. Yeah, I could do that. And so before you know it, you get, as opposed to $250,000 to produce an album, you got $50,000. So now you're taking that $50,000 and you're stretching it as far as you can. And then the record company's like, okay, well, we only got like one hit. Well, that's all you really paid for.
If that much.
Right.
And so they said, well, we need another one of these. And so they're like, well, you need to give me more money. And so it was going back and forth. And then they found somebody else that had a really good song, and they give them a couple $1,000, and they get the track from them. And the record industries just started dying because people weren't buying records anymore, because the public was really sad, because when they went to buy the record, it didn't have any hits on it. One hit. So they started buying singles. That's when this thing took off. And then they had, the LimeWire and all that stuff came out. And people were like, you can share. We can share.
Right. Yeah, that was crazy.
The record company died. It was over.
Yeah.
It started selling out everything. It's just crazy.
It is
crazy.
Back in the day, I remember buying high school buying a Shaka Khan album, and hadn't heard every song, but then as I heard them, I was like, oh, that's another good one. That's another good one. And that's what you would go through. You would buy an album, and it was valuable. And then it's interesting you said that. I thought it was just me, and I'm thinking, oh, the rest of it sounds like yuck. I did notice the change, but didn't think of that. Now you giving me an explanation, because I did notice it, and I didn't buy as many albums anymore. And it's interesting. I still have my albums from back. Oh, I'm aging myself, but anyway. But I still have my albums from back in the day, and I won't let go of them because they're so valuable to me. Maybe not to anybody else, but I think. It just helps me remember that period of time.
I mean, they used to have posters inside of it. We'd take it and hang it on our walls.
Yeah.
And the legacy artists had a
Shalimar, right, was my boyfriend. Howard.
Michael Jackson was mine. Well, I didn't. Then I said, no, Jermaine is cuter, and I put him on the wall.
Put him on the wall.
Hey.
I did that too.
Who do you have up there, Sean?
Oh, I had Howard Hewitt up there. I thought he was my boyfriend. That's right.
Oh, you didn't have his drummer up?
You have to admit, Howard Hewitt did dominate the three. See, I couldn't even remember Jeffrey's name, but Howard Hewitt.
Howard Hewitt
What's his
is.
name? You know, he is.
And
Right.
Luther, bro,
And who?
Luther, that boy's voice
Oh,
was
man.
Oh.
what a singing crazy sing. That was to me he's my number one singer.
Yeah.
Like in the pop world, like amazing pop R&B singer. I don't even know anybody that, Howard is like close, but Luther was.
Yeah, Luther. Whole nigga.
But Howard,
What's
when
that?
Howard did the gospel, Howard did the gospel song.
Amen.
Yes.
Yeah, he
I
did
was
it
really impressed with that.
Well,
I
he
said,
did because he was in trouble. Let the truth.
so you
That
could
did-
feel it though. You could tell. I mean,
Yes, he was in trouble. He was in because he got caught up with this girl out of Florida her father was a big drug dealer. As Howard got busted with her, and but he didn't know she had drugs in the car, and so and she had a trunk full of drugs, and so Howard's like, oh my god, and so they lock him up too, and so she had to tell the police he didn't know anything. That was the way he got out. But his mom and I and others, we all got together at Howard's apartment in LA, and we prayed for Howard. We had silent prayers and we had all kind of prayers. And hallelujah, the girl said that Howard had nothing to do with it, and it was just something that my dad had.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh.
That's what Amen came.
And I can feel it. Even to today, that song comes on and I'm just, you can feel it.
Yeah, you
Now,
could.
like we say, he sang that song.
Yes, he did. Yes,
Hey,
he
when did Jody Watley, when did she leave the group and then they had to fill in for her? When did that go? Because I don't remember the whole time. Because back then I followed Shalimar, but I didn't really follow it as hard as I followed some of the other artists, and so by the time that all happened, I was confused. I didn't know what happened then. But
She's kind of.
80s? In the 80s?
Was it?
Hey, Shonda.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. It was just like they switched it. And I was like, oh, what happened to?
So when they went,
Yeah.
the Friends album one night. And so once we did the Friends album, then Jody got pregnant by Leon Silvers.
Oh.
And oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, Sean and I going like,
Wait.
I need some tea. I ain't got the right stuff. Wait a minute. There you go. Joyce ready. I need to find me some juice or something.
Hold up. Wait a minute. What? What? I thought she was hooked up with Andre Simone.
Oh, she was, but that was after the fact. Already.
that's later.
She
All
already
right,
got-
go ahead and finish. I'm sorry, Wardell. Sean and I kind of
Y'all get y'all drink together.
yeah, we
So they ended up going overseas to promote. They were going overseas to promote the record, and Jody was pregnant, so Jeffrey Daniels ended up going there by himself and promoting the record. And he was doing the backslide and all that kind of stuff with it. And it's like, wow, he became a phenomenon in the UK. It's like, wow, this. So and so then once that she had the baby and everything, then they went over there, and Howard and Jody got into it, into a big argument, and Howard kind of called her out of her name, and it was just she was like, you're never going to do that again. And so they ended up after they did their video, they broke up. They went there, and after they did the shows, they went their separate ways, and that was the end of the show. She's never come. I mean, they came back and got together with Babyface, and did that remake. But as far as just Shalimar record, never again.
That was over. Oh wow.
Yeah. Sometimes you can go too far in an argument.
Oh yeah.
Out of their name, and you know what I mean. And you can go too far, and you have to if you if you're gonna come back together, there needs to be a sincere apology, and sometimes people don't want to do that.
Yeah. Some people say,
Right.
"I can forgive you, but I'm never gonna put myself in that situation."
Yeah, it depends on how far you go, because there's some people I forgive, but you robbed me of a lot of money. I can't work with you anymore. I forgive you and I've moved on. Well, can we work together? No.
Yeah, I hear
You
you.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Just can't do it. And it was a real sad situation because they could have made more money.
Oh yeah.
Together, and they still could, to be perfectly honest. But Judy's not going to let go.
Yeah,
I don't never say never. Never say. It's
Do you think it's because Jody, when she went on her own, she just basically, once she got in it too deep, it's hard to go back. Maybe you think?
Well, first of all, she got a Grammy when she went by herself.
Well, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So she don't really need to go back to Shalimar to make money. She could do it on her own now. And so she has to make that decision. Do I want to make extra money with Shalimar?
Sure.
And so it's worth it for me, to be a blessing to them. And so she's just kind of, it's been really ugly, between them. And so at this particular point, I don't see it happening. I talk to Howard and Jeffrey all the time. And I just don't. I don't see it happening at all.
Yeah. But sometimes when time passes, you tend to let go of things, and then you can come back together because everybody has a temper. You're gonna say some things. That's why I had to learn how to walk away. If something starts rising up, let me just walk out because I might say something that can never be repaired.
Right. And I think they're running into their 70s. So they're going to be coming in their 70s soon. So their time is running out. Yeah. Because they're not going to. Once Howard's voice is gone, it's going to kind of be over for the show.
Yeah, I can't. Well, just say amen.
Sing that song.
What's the name? Well, I can't think of his name. That artist, what's it? Cameo. Ooh.
Cameo.
Oh,
yeah.
Larry Blackman.
Whoa, what? That brother.
Larry Blackman. Yeah.
He was a bad drummer. Whoa, Larry Blackman.
Oh yeah.
Whoa,
Larry
he
Blackman.
drums, man. Damn.
I remember this. Friend of mine I used to work with at the bank. He knew Larry Blackman personally.
Oh wow.
And he was like saying Larry Blackman was more than a musician. He was a facilitator. He just knew how to move certain musicians around in certain areas and stuff like that to make the thing go.
Oh.
And yeah, he was that young guy.
Yeah, he was.
I just admired his wardrobe.
That wardrobe. Maybe 20, 30 years ago, but not today. Don't wear it.
Some of that stuff coming back, man. Some of it don't need to, but some of it.
Please don't have that stuff come back.
Oh my.
I just assumed back in the day that was just on stage. I didn't imagine him wearing that off the stage. Something with stage clothes, it's part of the act. Not that I would do it, but. They say to each his own, and it worked for him. He sold a whole lot more albums than I ever will. Okay? So that part. I think even to this day, he still puts that. Wow. What do I call that? That cup? Over that.
Cup, all
Oh,
right.
no,
That's exactly.
no,
I sent you even.
Wow.
I just saw them perform. He has it on, that red cup. Like, please don't wear that, sir.
What is he? And he in his 70s. Oh, Lord.
No, now he's sitting down with it on. He's sitting and he has it on.
He's sitting there with.
But that,
What they call it? A cod piece. That's what it is. A cod piece.
and that's bad.
A cod piece. You know, like there's a fish cod. It's cod, Cod.
Oh, cod piece.
Cod piece. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh,
Special made.
Okay. Well, let's do this real quick. I want to take a quick music break. I want to let everybody hear your latest, Wardell. And could you tell us too about it? Because
I'm so okay, because this song is it's just a song that I wrote for the people on the street that I grew up with. Remember, I told you they're like, "Can you just play can you play different music? Why you have to play that jazz stuff?" And so, but they were just like, they were my childhood friends, and I loved them so much. And so as we got older, you know, every time I go back to Philadelphia, they all came over to my mom's house, and we see each other and we hug, and then they would come to the hotels that I was staying in, and it was just such a beautiful memory. And everybody's getting older, and some of them passed away already. And so it made me really sad. So I wrote a song just telling them this song is really about Philadelphia. The video is about Philadelphia, just growing up there, and I just told them thank you for always loving me. And so, but it was really, it's just a different kind of song. Sorry.
And that street, was it the title? Was it Marsh? What's it called?
Marston Street. Yeah, so that's grew up on Marston Street, and so that made them happy that I would name a song Marston Street. And I'm glad to do it because that's where I came from.
Awesome. Okay, well, we're gonna let them check that out right quick, and then we'll come right back.
Featured singer on it is Sugar Rainbow from the UK. She's a star overseas, and she's lead on it, and I'm doing a chorus. And so anyway, so you guys check it out.
Okay, cool. We'll be right back right here on the Indie Live Spot with Wardell Potts Jr. Y'all keep it locked, and we'll be right back.
Above, you came into my life and showed me one thing for sure. With love, nothing is certain. You got to go for it when you feel it. Everybody needs somebody to love, and I choose you, baby. So let's make that move right now, baby. You only go around once in a streets when it's tough, but we were strong and make friends forever. Feels good, nothing like a memory song. Think about the good times when friends become a part of your own. Like memories.
More than enough. I love you so much. That's told to all my friends.
Almost a stranger.
Can't get enough. I love you so much.
Thank you for always loving me. Having fun in the basement all night long. Watch movies together, dance on skates, fighting games, and the beat goes on. Writing songs whenever we're feeling good. Nothing like a memory song. Think about the good times when friends become a part of your own. Like memories.
More than enough. I love you so much. That's told to all my friends. Across the street. Can't get enough. I love you so much.
Thank you for always loving me.
More than enough. I love you so much. That's told to all my friends. Across the street.
I can't get enough. I love you
so much.
Thank you for always loving me. Think about these good times when friends become a part of your own. Like memories.
More than enough. I love you so much. That's told to
All my friends on Washington Street.
can't get enough. Love you so much.
Thank you for always loving me. Good memories forever. Good memories forever. Good memories forever. Good memories forever.
More than enough. I love you so much. That's told to all my friends. Across the street. Can't get enough. I love you so much.
Love you so much.
Thank you for always loving me.
All right, very nice, and we are back. And yeah, that was I really enjoyed that, Wardell. That was jamming. It was jamming, and I like the video too because it was really highlighting a lot of stuff there that from.
It's a lot about the city of Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's my home.
Wardell, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
You ever think about where your standing is in all of those great Philadelphia musicians and where your place is amongst all of them?
It's hard. Can you ask the question again?
Yeah, get on your mic a little bit
Okay.
more, Vaughn, because it's
How
fading
about,
out.
how about now? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. As far as I'm just thinking about your legacy as one of the great that was born and raised out of Philadelphia. And you ever think about where you sit at in that group? I mean, I think about all those Philadelphia musicians, and you got the Heath brothers. Like you said, you got
That
it gets past me every once in a while, but you get to be my age. It escapes you. Memory just goes. But Billy Joe Jones and all of those other musicians that came like Grover Washington Jr.
Right.
Do you think about where you're positioned in that group?
No, I don't. That's that's not really for me. That's not my place to put me anywhere. If
Right.
if,
I get
if
that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but
right. If the city, if the people in the city feel like, they want to put me somewhere, great. But
yeah,
I'm just doing me. I'm just trying to live my life and be the best that I could be.
indeed.
And most of my career is behind me now, and so whatever. I hope that I did right by the city. I didn't embarrass them. I hope that I was a blessing to the city of
Right.
Philadelphia. But one of the things that do come up in my mind is that I want to make sure that I'm friends with those people, because when I left Philadelphia, I wasn't friends with them as we grew up, because I was doing jazz and they were doing
Right.
R&B. And so then I just left and started doing professionally R&B. And so it's almost like I skipped over them. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and I hope they don't take it that way. That was just my pathway. That was just my way to do what I did. And you guys had your way to do what you did. And I just pray that, that everybody's okay with that, because some people can, you know, feel a little jealous or whatever. And
Right.
some people aren't jealous. And so I just pray that most of the people are not jealous and that we are good.
And I can relate to that.
They're feeling some kind of way about it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I can relate. I can relate to that. I can.
Yeah,
relate to that.
that's the only thing I'm concerned about. I don't
Yeah,
try to.
because I look at it the same way, because I've been involved in some past that take me places I thought I would never be. And so, I moved from Compton. I've been in Atlanta for 40 plus years, and everybody's going their separate ways. But I don't think you should think like that either. I just know that, I've done what I've done. And yeah, I'm on the tail end of all of this, just like you are. But radio has always been something that I always wanted to get back into. Now I have another opportunity. So I just asked just to make sure, because your humility is really, it's cool to see, and, and hear, because it's not about you, it's about the art form
Right.
that took you where you are today.
Absolutely.
And so I want to say kudos to you in that respect. That's what takes us where we need to go. If you do right by it, it's going to do right by us.
That's right. Right.
You
Thank
can't
you.
help it if you made some hits either. You can't help it if they was all hits too.
It is what it is.
Hey, right.
That's true. That's true.
Amazing.
I was watching the video of the song, and all of a sudden I started picturing, because you wrote the song, "Just Keep On Loving Me," and I remember the Whisperers dancing down the area of at Century City in LA, the video of that song, and it just, I said, okay, all right. You got the hood in there. You got all, and all those old photographs and videos of the city of Philly, and you
Skating.
captured the culture of Philadelphia, and it's a great homage to, the city that you grew up in.
It is. It's a great video.
Yeah.
I love how you included skating, because back in the day, skating was the thing to do.
Break dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like remember disco,
Right.
skating,
Right.
all that.
Awesome. Yep.
I just felt you brought the old school. You went back to the neighborhood and
Yes.
celebrated.
Right.
That's what it was all about to me, and I thought it was nice. Song is nice though. You haven't lost a step.
I know.
You know,
He
one
got
of
him
the
on piano. He was on piano. He was playing the drums.
And singing.
And singing.
I'm glad you brought that up, Vaughn. So you're a keyboard player too, because you talk about how you sit at the keyboard to write. So when did you start playing piano or keyboard?
Since I was a little kid.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Was always, my dad had piano. He was a guitar player, and so yeah, I at the piano. My sisters got lessons. Then my dad wouldn't let me get lessons for whatever reason. So my sister lessons, so I would watch them get their lessons, and then they would leave. The teacher would leave, and then I would play the piano.
Your dad actually knew what he was doing. He was saving money.
I'm the one that ended up being a musician and having lessons with the piano. It's like my dad just wasted his money on them.
No, he was trying to get 2 for 1. One of them gonna come out of it.
I learned from a distance. Hey, I want to tell you guys a little story.
Okay.
We have time?
Yes.
Okay, so this story is kind of it's funny. It's about the Whispers, right?
Okay.
It's so the Whispers they're from Watts, California. That's really a bad area, right? And you've been there.
It has that reputation.
So it has a bad reputation, yeah, because
I have cousins there, so I've been there.
Yeah, and I've been there too, and because my ex-wife's grandmother, she grew up there, and I remember going there for a holiday, and man, they started shooting, and I was like, "Am I in Vietnam?" I mean, there are cannons going off. I was like, "No," and they were like, "You want to shoot?" I go, "No, I don't want to." You I was like, I don't think.
Nope.
I don't have anything good.
I was told to hit the floor and get away from windows. That's what I was told to do.
They were just out there, and it was big. So, but anyway, so my story is this: the Whispers decided, hey, we've had all this success. Let's go back to where we come from and do our video there. Mm-hmm. And so, like, oh yeah, that would be great. So they go back to the hood. They got all the cameramen and everything. They pull up in their Mercedes, park their cars, and they're doing, their video and stuff like that. Getting everything together and everything. And this guy walks up to him. He pulls out a gun. He says, "Okay, give me everything. Give me all your money. Give me everything you got." And they were like, "What?" And he said, "I'm not playing with you." He says, "Give me everything. I want it all. I want it. Give me your watches. Give me your wallets. I have everything at your pockets." And they were like, "Dude, do you know who we are?" And he's, "No." He's like, "The Whispers." And he's like, "Okay." And he says, "We're from here, man. What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, if you're from here, then you should know better."
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. What?
That's crazy.
It's still going on like that, Wardell.
What's the rest of the story? I'm sorry. Did they? I want to know the rest of the story. Did they have to give up the jewels?
Or put him in the video? What? No. In the video, brother.
He took their wallets, their cars, their money, everything, and left in their car. But he's like, if you're from here, you should know better than coming out here with this kind of. Why didn't you think about that? They should have had the police, somebody kind of security or something.
Right, well, that's a good point. You don't just, you should know better.
You don't just show up.
I just assumed there was a security. That he had no security?
No security.
Oh my goodness.
No, you're not a big name. Whether it's the Watts or LA or wherever you are, you have security. That's
show up.
See, there's stories about, I can tell you right now, I hear it all the time, but it kind of trips me out because I know for a fact that, there are certain rap stars in certain parts of the city of Los Angeles where you got to call folks to let them know you're coming into town and where can I go and where I cannot go. So that's how it is on the West Coast.
Yeah,
like that.
Deep.
You know,
That is something.
if you're not from there, they know. They know when you get off of the bus or the plane.
Wow.
They know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
did-
why I didn't play.
And speaking
I go
of,
to my cousin's house, go walk in the house, stay in the house.
Stay in the
Come
house.
and watch, and you know, because when I thought it were firecrackers, you know, I'm so country, I thought it was firecrackers.
Definitely fireworks.
oh,
This time of night.
And my auntie is gone. Hit the floor, get away from the window. And my cousin, I didn't know. I was just in the mirror doing my hair. Hit the floor. And it wasn't until the next, and they were telling me it's the Crips and the Pyrus. They're having a fight out, and you could just hear gunfire go pop, 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 and it got closer and closer. But that was just a way of life. And the next morning, you look for the aftermath, and they were like not directly across, but one over had his window sliding glass door. I mean, shattered by a bullet, and then it was just like back to normal. Okay, what do you want for breakfast?
Exactly.
Right.
Like I want for breakfast.
I mean, it was
Right. A
and I
plane ticket.
right along with it. It wasn't like, oh my God, they were fighting. It was like, okay, here's a gunshot. This is what you do. Protect yourself. Okay, they're done. Okay, we can go to sleep now. I mean, you might hear a helicopter at the top or something, and then the next morning, you know, you're in the backyard hanging out, or what do you want for breakfast? It was because when people tell me, oh, you're going to Compton, I said, I've been going off and on since 8th grade. And maybe since I know people there, I don't feel it's threatening to some people, but I'm not walking down the street at 1 o'clock in the morning, Wardell. So I'm not riding my bike. I don't even do it in my neighborhood.
right. Well, one thing I want to say is to Wardell, we had, you know, it's George, how long ago was that? It wasn't that long ago. We had the Whispers on, and they was about a year ago or so, and they was telling us both of them, the brothers, they were telling us about how, you know, how they were treated as far as pay and stuff back then. They were having to go back and re-record some of their original music because they wanted to, you know, reap more of the income. What do you think about that, Wardell? Did you know a lot of artists that fall into that same category back then, you know, that wasn't really getting exactly what they were supposed to get? I mean, as far as that goes, and want to redo their music?
Yeah, well, so the that I heard of it, you know, is a couple of years back, probably about 5 years ago, when the OJs were doing that. My friend was the drummer for the OJs, and he says, "Oh, we are in the studio recording some of their old songs over out in Vegas." And I go, "Really?" I said, "Why y'all doing that?" He says, "Because they want to own the master." And I go, "Why do they want to do that?" I'm trying to figure it out. He says, "Because they want to sell the masters to people that want to use the songs on their product, but the record company owns it right now, and so, but they're coming to us constantly asking for it because it's our voices. So we decide we're going to just re-record it and let them use that." And so that's what they've been doing. And so a lot of artists started redoing their own masters. Even the young lady, what's the
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift started recording her stuff again. It's just starting to do it because they want to own their masters. So it's kind of a, you know, we could have multiple masters off of the one master. You know, you just copy it digitally and you give that one to the record company and you still have yours. Back in the day, you do that because you have to give the, you know, the 2-inch. But now you digitally transfer it. So,
so is it like covering your own song, if you will? Like
yeah.
Because when you finish a copyright, you own the sound recording.
Well, so The record company really, the record company owns the master.
Right.
They make that money with it because they got to come to them to use it because they own the master. But now people are, saying, "Hey, we got our own masters," and you come to us. So a lot of artists are going back to the studio and just redoing the stuff so they can own their own master, and now they don't have to go through the record company. And some of the record companies will end up selling all their stuff to somebody else,
Yeah.
and they go on and do other things, and now they got to chase the record as opposed to just going to the artist and saying, "Hey, we want to redo one of your songs. Can we?" And they get the master from the artist.
And you would think that they would go to the artist first, at least offer.
Oh, they do. They do.
Okay.
They don't want to pay them what the artist might be asking for too. Is that a lot of it?
So no, but they go to the artist. The artist always has to send them to the record company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the record company ends up making the money. So now we ain't sending them anywhere. We re-recording it, and we can just give them out.
Right. Do you remember the movie about Ray Charles when he said, "I want to own the masters"?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So now that's the thing. You got to own your own masters. Lakeside is doing that now. They're redoing their masters. And so it's just like everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I think
It's just a thing.
It was about 5-10 years ago. Sly, from Sly and Family Stone, his lawyer got him $several million from not only his manager but the manager and his lawyer, or something. But it was in an article. But he was living in a little trailer, and he said, "What I'm going to do with the money, I'm going to give it to my kids." He was like, he didn't care about the money. I guess he cared about justice. Your internet connection is unusual. What is that? All right. So are we still? Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Sly's situation is real sad and critical, and he's doing what he's doing. But it's I just pray that his family did get the money, his kids did get the money, and they were able to do justice with the money. It's I get money like periodically from royalties. I'm always getting a check from here, check from there, and so it really helps to maintain my lifestyle, right? But to hear about a legend like that, that can take that money to help himself get back on his feet. It's such a sad reality that you allow drugs to take you so far that you don't even want the money that can help you get your house, get on your feet, feed yourself. You just want drugs.
Yeah.
It's so sad because he was such a legend.
Yeah.
Such amazing. And I know some tried to work with him. And so, but we just got to pray for him. And it's sad.
It is sad.
Anytime somebody can have a hit song when he's hot, he's brilliant. Family Affair, do you remember? It's a family affair. You know what I mean? And he was high, but it was a hit song.
Yeah, and to lose that is so sad, man. I mean, he had an amazing band. His group was so good. They were so good, but they all started going their separate ways, and that's where Graham Central Station came from.
Larry Graham.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. So he made an amazing group, but he left, Sly and the Family Stone because there was just no more for Sly and the Family Stone.
Right. Yeah.
And Sly is not that far from where I used to live. The hood. I used to live on 51st in Normandy. You know what that is?
I know what that is.
So that's where I lived when I first went to California, and lived with Leon and Kevin Spencer, and so and he's not that far from there. He's only like a few blocks away, and he's just out in the street. Just out like, what is that? How are you out in the street?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that bad. Wow.
That is so sad. Hey, you know, I'm looking in the chat here. I just happened to glance over. I don't know if you know. Do you know a Greg Williscroft? Willis?
Yes.
Okay, he's in there in the chat. But I noticed one of the comment when we were talking a little bit earlier. I noticed he said the Whispers video of "Keep on Loving Me." He said that was filmed next to the Bonaventure Hotel in downtown LA, not in Central City.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right.
That's it. And so, thank you, Greg. Greg is.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
He's
it looks like some of those spots are around those
Yeah, the Bonaventure. That used to be a hot spot with concerts on the top of the building, right?
Yeah.
The second one.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
glass.
going
It
there.
had like 3 glass tubes, something in the middle. Yeah. I
Is it
remember
still
spots.
there? The
Yeah,
Bonaventure?
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah.
And there was another
Architectural
place I used to go hear jazz. Ship something by the shore. Something.
Oh, Jazz by the Sea.
About the
is in Seal Beach.
Yeah.
Hermosa Beach.
I
Yeah,
saw Red
yeah.
Bull's
Concert by the
there.
sea.
Concert by, yeah. I used to
Concert by
go
the sea.
there.
Yeah.
That was so, it was nice and quaint and really nice back then. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Howard Rumsey had that club. Back.
Oh, okay.
We lost an amazing drummer in there. He, I can't think of his name. He was an amazing drummer, and he was playing there, and he died.
In the venue?
Yeah. Oh, he had a stroke, and then they rushed him to the hospital, and he died at the hospital. Amazing drummer.
Oh, you're right. I guess, I don't know, what is it, Gary? You know, we have 2 co-hosts that have passed away in the last 2 years.
Yeah, we did. Sure did.
And then we just lost one of our saxophone brothers, Rod Williams. And it's over and over. I'm just like.
One thing I want to also mention, I just seen that popped in. Gloria Goodman. She says, "Hi, Waddy, mommy, watching you."
That's my sister.
Waddy?
I remember you was telling us about the Waddy story a little bit
Right.
earlier.
You see, she spelled it with D-D-E-I-E, right?
Wardell on the radio. I keep telling.
All right, Waddy. Thank you. I was reading Gary, but I got caught up. I've been looking at the chat for a minute, but yeah, but Waddy.
That's
I'm
all.
gonna have the Dallas to see you.
Yeah, I know you want to say it on the air, but you have to let me know when we're out there what part of Texas you were in the South. So,
Yeah.
it's just great to see.
I told you I'm 2 hours from Houston.
Okay, then I don't know where you are then. Well, it depends if you're east or west. Then you know.
I'm west of Houston. I'm in
Okay.
between in San Antonio.
Gotcha. Where you
Right in
are.
the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
The area.
All right. Well, it's about that time for us to wrap things up. But go ahead, Wardell. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead, Waddy.
He's about
Don't let you
5
forget
Right?
that nickname. I know that.
Okay.
Joyce,
Yes.
you 5 hours away from me, right?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Florida 5. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I had fun times with you.
Oh yeah, we
you.
definitely enjoyed having you on, Wardell, and man, just definitely now that we really know you now, I'm definitely gonna be following up on some things. You know, next time I see you out, if you're doing some things or whatever, would love to be able to kind of follow up on some of your next projects, because I don't know what you got going on, but hopefully you ain't stop.
Right, right. I hope.
Not gonna stop.
I know that's right.
Keep
Yeah.
on doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you're still a young man. Don't
Right.
stop.
Yeah, yeah.
No retirement.
You got it. You got it. Baby. And are you performing? I'm sorry, Gary. Are you performing anywhere? I know you're still producing and writing, but what about performing? Do you have a band?
So basically, I cannot perform anywhere because I can't leave my wife because she has seizures.
Mm.
So I have to make sure she's first.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told my, I did tell I said to the different people that were trying to, that was telling the other artists that Wardell would be available if somebody's sick. He'll come and play, but he can't stay because he has to get back. So if y'all need a drummer, because you can't cancel, then call Wardell, and so I'll shoot out there. But now it's I have my wife. Yeah, she's and so to death do us apart, and so I got to make sure she's good, and so I play every Wednesday and every Sunday, and so
At church?
Yes. Yes. I play for
the church folks. We know what that means.
I gotta keep up my chops, and I gotta keep up my spiritual, my praise and worship. Make sure God, make sure I'm doing the right thing. Cause that old man in me want to go play, but that spiritual man, stay here, take your wife.
Oh yeah, got to do that. Definitely.
It's a daily thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's God is good.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for being here with us today, and what I'm going to do is just going to let each one of the co-hosts here thank you as well, and we'll wrap this thing up. So I guess go ahead, Joyce. We'll start out with you, and then let Shar go, and then we'll end it with Vaughn.
All right. Well, it started off with me knowing you as a producer and a writer, but then it ended up with me knowing that you're an amazing person, and enjoy talking to you, because sometimes you don't know a person till you really had, even on when you're on the air like this. So I love hearing about your journey. It's very exciting, and I see your journey as being a total success, and what a blessing that is. And prayers to your wife, and that these seizures will end, if you know what I mean. So, and thank you so much. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed hearing about your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Just like Joyce said, prayers for your wife. We'll keep her in our prayers, and you guys keep you lifted up too. Waddy, we appreciate you, brother. Man, I got it now, and it's been a pleasure. Just every time I hear an artist and the journey, and a lot of times you hear about all the artists in front, but the people back there, you guys are the ones that really make the music too. Mm-hmm. So it's nice. I used to always say, well, what about the drummer in the background? What about the bass player? Who are they?
Right.
And so, it lets our audience know, and other people, and even, man, just keep going. So I don't think there's no retirement for music. I think you just do it till can't do it no more. So it's been a pleasure, and I'm glad to be with my family again. I missed y'all, and glad to see Miss Joyce, and so it's been a pleasure, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Sean.
All right, Vaughn, and see if you can get directly in that mic, man. We was having a hard time hearing you today.
But I'm gonna get it down. I'm gonna get it down. I love my mic. I'm messing around with it, but I just want to say, like I said, you're just brother. We appreciate it. I also want to say, and this as well, Keith Brown is in the chat. Ross, we just want to let them know
I can't hear.
KJL them. So I appreciate the music. Keep coming, y'all. Also, I want to say, I want to announce.
Hey, Vaughn, I'm sorry to bother you.
Yeah, I know. I got short.
We can't hear you.
I'm over time, but anyway.
No, that's not that. We can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We cannot hear you. You faded out.
You
We didn't
still
hear
can't
nothing. Didn't hear anything that you said other than
my
just
God.
off and on.
We did.
Okay.
We heard.
Hello, can you hear me now?
That's yeah.
Am I better?
Yeah, stay
Okay.
right there. Don't move.
Perfect.
Say what you need to say right there.
Poor Vaughn.
It says stay there, don't move.
Yes. Get it out. Get it.
Okay.
Go again.
Now, here we go. One more time. Thank you, Wardell, for being on the show today, man. It's been an honor. And just keep doing what you're doing. I know you're in retirement, but you know we've got a record of your accomplishments, and we're going to keep it live and playing everywhere we go. Also, I just want to say, Gino Doss is in the chat, or D Brown. I just want to let you guys know I've got your music, and it's in the playlist. So you know anybody that wants to be able to share some of their music with me, go ahead and I got the email address voncoulter.fm@gmail.com. voncoulter.fm@gmail.com. And also, I want to pass on my condolences to a very fine and incredible great guitarist who passed away earlier last week. His name is hold on one second. Russell Malone. Russell Malone has played alongside of some of the greats that has always been Ron Carter, Diana Krall. He's world renowned, and he passed away absolutely early on. And I had an opportunity to interview him twice, and he was such a gentle, pleasant man. And he wasn't, you know, it was about the artwork that he had left. He never took any position about his greatness or anything like that. He was as humble as can be, and his artwork is still with us. And prayers to his family, and looking to try to visit. I know the funeral is in Albany, Georgia, later on next month. So you know, drop a flower or you know, say a prayer for his family and all that. Russell Malone. So with that being said, y'all, like I usually do, we've been in another episode of the GHP Indie Live Spot. In the words of one Mr. Lamont Sanford, Odabo Jack.
All right, and on that message, off of what Vaughn was talking about, that gentleman, I also want to send a special condolences to the Williams family as well, for Rod Williams, saxophonist. You know, we had lost him almost a couple weeks back. So it's just tell you, it's a lot of people leaving us, but just want to give prayers out to his family as well.
Yes.
All right, and again, Wardell, we really enjoyed having you today, man. It was just awesome.
You gotta come back.
You got to come back, Wardell. You got to come back.
Yeah, because it's so much, you know. And hopefully next time when you do come back, everybody will have their mics.
Throwing some shade.
I had to do it since CTK wasn't here to do it, because you know he would have took
The original shade.
Yes, yeah. But again, thank you, Wardell. Really do appreciate you, brother.
You got it. And maybe, you know, we could talk about some food next time.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was an episode.
Yeah.
You know what we talked about. We went to that. I gotta go to. We're in Houston to get some food when you guys get over there, Joyce.
Yeah, Houston, because there's a whole lot of Louisiana folks in Houston.
Yeah, well, let me know when you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will, because you know they're just you know, it's amazing. I don't play in Houston, but I'll play in Austin, San Antonio. I don't know what it is about Houston. I can't get no love up there. I don't know why.
I go to Austin all the time, so let me know when you're in Austin.
Okay. I was just in Austin. I wish I had known. Darn. But anyway, I certainly will. Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
All right, everybody. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Happy Labor Day.
Yes, happy Labor Day. Yes.
Happy Labor Day.
Video, or is that what I hit? Okay. Stop everything. Okay.
He looked at me, grabbed my face, and said, "Pack your things, let's go." Sure do. Take a first class flight, Hawaiian night, sand between our feet. Trade it in, girl, for the sweet. Then you hit me with that super love and knock me off my feet. Do it again, girl. Some time to rearrange just how you feel, 'cause I'm used to being by myself. But everything you add to me is so good for my health.